And once again, welcome back. If you are tuning in for the first time, this is the Trackmania Live, a live show where we interview a lot of different players, a lot of top players to see what they think about the new game, what they think about the upcoming big events. And the next guy is from Switzerland. Some people might think he's French, but he actually from Switzerland. Affi, you have been on the podcast before, but now you're joining the Trackmania Live. Welcome to the Trackmania Live. How is life?
Yo, hello everyone. Thanks for having me again after the Air France Cup last year. So that's already quite some time ago. I'm doing really good. I'm currently enjoying my holidays and enjoying the new Trackmania game.
Mm. Yeah, and after that podcast, it was like, yeah, I have to get this guy on because now it's gonna qualify, or he qualified for the Air France Cup. It's gonna be a big competition, and maybe we don't see him after that. But then it was like after that competition, it's just been like ball has been rolling for you. Every competition you have played at, you have been good. You're now qualified for Trackmania Grand League. I mean, how will you sum up the last, let's say, last 6 months for you in the Trackmania? For me, it's been mind blowing to see how good of a player you actually become after that podcast. When I said that I didn't know too much about you, but now I have no choice. I need to know
Yeah.
everything about you because now you are one of the top players.
Yeah, it actually went really, really fast the Air France Cup was like the best thing for me to happen since I was like, yeah, now I can win something. I can qualify for something. I'm good enough. So I had more confidence in the future. So then I played other cups, like dirt cups and small cups here and there. So, and I mean, when the Open Grand League came up at the beginning of 2020, I didn't think I had my chance to be the best, since I thought there was going to be a lot of tech players, for example, that was going to take part in it. So I just gave gave my best. I thought, yeah, if I get into the top 32 after the seeding at the start, it's gonna be good. And when I won the first step, I was like, yo, okay, I'm actually maybe a favorite. So I just gave the best out of it and actually managed to qualify for TMGL.
Yeah, I remember I had this tracking in a betting league. I was before the season started. I said to people, put up your top three players. I put up my top three players. You were not on it, but then I saw the step one. I was like, okay, that's some rigged points. But do you think that that format suits you better, or how would you sum up why you are such a good player at the Trackmania Grand League?
Well, I think having a mixed style is better for me since I'm not the fastest as at tech, but I'm really good on dirt. So I always played everything, even on TMNF. I liked to play all the styles, being like RPG, tech, dirt, or full speed. So TMGL is quite suiting me, and since I play pretty safe, I can do like six lappers without doing too many mistakes. So I'm still pretty fast on it, I guess.
Hmm. But now you have for the first time tested yourself against the players that you are going to qualify or are going to compete against in the upcoming Trackmania Grand League season. How would you say that the show match went for you?
Well, now I could see how fast these guys are. So I took part in this show match. I was pretty well prepared, I guess. I had good PBs on the maps. And yeah, like playing the maps, doing the six lappers, you can see your number on the car, meaning like your position. And yeah, I was playing. I saw like sixth, eighth, ninth. I was like, okay, that's pretty tough. You need to go really fast. So I had more pressure, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing a perfect run for me, or rather fast run, and I'm only around 10th place. So I learned a lot from it. Like I cannot go for the safe strats anymore. It's not enough in TMGL. I have to push harder and take more risks in the runs. So I'm gonna take that into account for the actual steps starting in September.
Hmm. Yeah, what goals do you now have? If you look, it's still 2 months until the season starts, but do you already have some sort of goals? Is it to secure yourself a slot in the next season? Is it to qualify for the playoff? Is it to maybe get a podium spot, even to win it? What goals do you have now, 2 months away?
Well, I guess now I have 2 months to learn the new game as much as possible. And yeah, I mean, I think every goal for every player is to reach the playoffs. I think it's something really good. We still don't know what will be the format for the playoffs, so I can't really tell if I'm going to be good or not if I get to the playoffs. But I'm definitely trying to be as much as possible in the top 8 consistently during the steps.
Hmm. But you are one of the three guys that actually now is a newcomer into the scene. I feel like once people speak about new contenders for the title, and myself included, it's like Gwen is the guy to look after. Do you feel that maybe you have low expectations, and then maybe that is good for you? Maybe like in the Open Grand League when maybe not many people expected you to do well, and maybe you could surprise people once again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of high expectations every time. I don't want to be disappointed in myself, so I don't set my goals too high for me. So I can only do better than I thought. And yeah, talking about Gwen, I guess he's the kind of guy that is coming up in the TMGL and that can be like a really strong contender from the beginning. And it's going to be really interesting to look after him. But talking about myself, yeah, I think I can do something, even maybe win one or two maps between the 6 steps. I mean, you never know what happens. I got second in the map in the show match, so everything can happen, and that's the beauty of the TMGL format.
Mm. Yeah, I mean the performance you and Gwen had in the combine was insane. It was like always up there. But if you look at the players now, the 16 players, who do you say is the favorite? Who do you actually, as a player, think is going to be the contenders for maybe a top three position?
Well, I guess the easy answer is Carl Jr., but if I'm not going for the easy answer, I guess Pac is going to be really good, even though he didn't qualify for the playoffs last year. Now he showed in the show match that he's here. He has an insane level, and also in the beta season, he finished second behind Carl during the after the 6 steps. So I think Pac is gonna be a really strong contender.
Hmm. But then we have two actually big competitions in the start of this new Trackmania, and the one that is the biggest is the ZRT Trackmania Cup. It's coming up this weekend in the qualification. How serious are you taking that competition?
Um, well, when I launched the game for the first time on the 1st of July, I played a bit of solo, and I wanted to try out the ZRT map. But seeing how fast some players were learning the maps, I thought, well, am I good enough for this? I'm just gonna be bad on this game. So I was a bit scared, so I didn't bother too much with the ZRT maps and focused more on TMGL. So I started only on Monday this week to train ZRT maps. I'm actually doing really good at it since now I had 2 weeks to learn the new physics, new blocks, ice, and other things. So it feels good. I mean, decent times, not top one, but it's decent, and hopefully I can reach something like eighth of finals or quarterfinals. Would be already pretty good, but I'm not aiming to win the ZRT maps this year.
Mm. So it's safe to say that you put the Trackmania Grand League over the ZRT Cup in how serious you take it.
Yeah, this year I'm putting the Trackmania Grand League first. Next year, when we have the huge stadium in Paris, maybe I'm gonna try hard more ZRT.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. But this is mainly an idea about the Trackmania Live to get people or to get the fans to get the feeling about what the top players are actually thinking about the new game. Can you tell us what do you like and maybe what do you dislike about the new Trackmania if you look at it overall?
Well, I'm gonna talk about gameplay wise, since I'm not like an editor, or I'm not really a fan of creating things. So talking about the gameplay, I really love how the game looks like, the graphics, all the new blocks, or like the trees are beautiful. So it's really cool to drive in such an environment. Um, the car feels great. I really like to have the speedometer on it. And even though it can be a bit disturbing at the start, having your position on the car is actually really good, so you don't have to put the interface off and on every time. And well, after the show match of TMGL, we still have, I guess, a few things to improve. Talking about the CP Live that we have at the bottom of the screen, because when we put the interface back on, you don't see yourself in the CP live. You only see like top one and the few last players that crossed the CP. So you don't see how far behind or in front you are from the next player. That's a bit disturbing, I would say. But otherwise, the game is good. I really like it. And yeah, we can only go forward with it.
Hmm. Yeah, do you notice any maybe that how big it is this game in Switzerland? I said that maybe in the start people think you are French. I said in the intro that this is going to be like a French episode, but you are from Switzerland. Do you feel any impact in the Swiss scene? Are Swiss gaming sites covering this? Any Swiss streamers? How is this game welcomed in Switzerland at the moment?
Well, I didn't really look at the numbers, but I think we have a decent amount of players in Switzerland already, looking at the past games as well. Um, and well, I have no idea about the streamers in Switzerland apart from Yannex. I think Yannex is he's really like the biggest streamer playing Trackmania in Switzerland, and I don't know a lot of names actually from streamers in Switzerland. So I think Yannex is really doing a good job. I see that he has quite a good impact on his stream. So that's really cool to see him representing Switzerland with this stream, and also having two players from Switzerland in the TMGL is really good to promote the game in our country. And now that I joined a Swiss organization that is BDS, that's a plus as well.
Mm. Yeah, can you tell people how happy are you that you actually find an org? I mentioned that maybe we're gonna end up with some players being orgless, like it was in the season one, but at least you are safe for now. You have actually joined an org. How happy are you about actually finding an org?
Yeah, I'm really happy. Softy did an insane job to find the organization. Since I'm really not into esports, that's completely new for me. So if Softy told me you have to find an org yourself, I would have been completely lost. So Softy did an amazing job. I'm really glad that the Swiss org chose me, and that's really cool because they have a gaming house that is just 30 minutes from my house. So if I want to train, I can just go there and play in these rooms. So that's a big opportunity for me to perform at the highest level, and supporting an org. That's something really cool.
Hmm. Yeah, and final question with me. You mentioned that Yannex is a big streamer, but how active would you say that you are streaming? Are you trying to use this new game's hype to grow your own stream? Are you having some sort of scheduled stream? Are you streaming even?
Um, I was streaming a lot when I played Trackmania Turbo. I was doing the 200 STMs,
Yeah.
but then I streamed a bit less. I streamed on the first day of the game because I thought that was a cool thing to discover the game on stream. But then I like just to chill and discover the game by myself, being with some friends in the voice chat. And since we already have a lot of big streamers promoting the game, at the moment I don't see myself streaming like seriously. I might do it in the future, but for the moment I just like to chill, discover the game, and yeah, just enjoy it.
Hmm. By the way, do you have any, or does the players have any news about the offline phase of, or the playoff phase for the Trackmania Grand League? Do you know that are we gonna travel somewhere, or
No,
is it
I
online
have
this year?
I have absolutely no idea about that
Okay,
yet.
okay. Because I remember seeing you in Lyon. I want to see you again. So,
Yeah.
I mean, 2020, man, it's only one LAN event, and we need more, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if Lyon is happening in 2021, I'll be there for sure. So I'm
Me
looking
too, me
forward
too.
to it.
But yeah, a short interview here, and hopefully we'll do a longer one in the future. And best of luck to you in, of course, the Trackmania Grand League. I think once again you are a guy that can surprise people, and maybe this time I will put you up there and not forget once I'm gonna put a bet for the top three, maybe.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for having me again, and have a nice evening.
Have a nice evening. Next one should be Super Roll. Let's see if he's still waiting, but until then, a little break, and then we are have Super Roll.